Hey guys, girls, welcome to the show. I thought I'd make a little stream, perhaps get to see if I can bring some people into the stream, talk some watches or anything you want. We have some Studio 54 running in the background, some disco music, some synthesizers, good stuff, type of music that I like. The time currently is 9:30 in Israel. It's 28 degrees outside, but the humidity is very high, so very hot, and it gets very sticky and sweaty outside. And yeah, just been not doing much, staying inside, enjoying the air condition. Yeah. So let's see if we got some punters joining us. Let's look at some watches, man. Got some punters in the chat. Hopefully, we have BC. Hey BC, what's up? Good to see you. Yeah, come on, tell your friends. Hey Night Diver, how you doing, man? How am I? Well, I've been better, but you gotta push on. Oh, we have Tenenbaum Amir, my friend from Israel. He's now in Germany. He sends his regards from Freiburg, Germany. Good to see you, man. Hey Saad, what's up? I will drop the link if anybody wants to join, of course. What's going on? What's new with watches? Nothing really. I don't. I'm not really getting any new watches because I don't have a job right now. So I'm just, holding on with what I have. I have this Black Bay 58, which is a great watch. I really love it. I have this Smiths, which is as close as I could get to the 1016 Rolex Explorer. Hey Basil Bezels, good to see you, man. What's my favorite 2022 Rolex release? That's a good question. I don't really know. I mean, I do know that I don't like the Left HD, the Sprite. I don't like it. No offense to anyone who likes it or owns it, like my friend Clooney. But I don't like it. What else did they release? Please remind me. I like dive watches and sports watch. I mean, dive watches mainly. Smith says some history in Everest. That's right, man. Not this watch. This watch is it's a homage to the 1016 Explorer, but they did take another Smith to the top of Mount Everest. Sherpa and what's his name? Hillary. What's Hillary? I forgot his first name. Edmund Hillary and Sherpa. Tenzing Sherpa. Tenzing Nauzig. I don't remember. Yeah. So yeah, sad. I don't know what did they release this year. Say for the left HD. I don't remember. This, what do you think about the Omega Swatch release? Answer in detail. The pros and cons, and will you buy it? If yes, which one? Okay, what do I think? Personally, I don't like it. I don't oppose it. I don't think it shouldn't exist. I just don't like it. I think that it cheapens the brand of Omega in a sense. Omega is a luxury. Is a luxury watch brand, and they make $200 plastic watches. It cheapens them a little in a sense, But so, what are the pros? The pros are that you can get a piece of Omega for $200. The cons are that it's plastic, it's quartz, it's I don't know, it's a bit gimmicky. I mean, mission to Uranus, mission to Pluto, mission to... I don't know. I wouldn't buy it, but anybody who likes it... I personally don't understand the hype. People are flocking to buy it, queuing up in lines, in Israel too, and then flipping it, I don't get it. But this is consumerism for you. And now I wouldn't buy it, man. So I wouldn't buy any model. Even if it was offered to me now in retail, I wouldn't buy it, regardless of my financial situation. Just I wouldn't wear this watch, so I wouldn't get it. Yeah. If anybody wants to hop on, the link is in the chat. If you wanna talk some watches or anything else with this. Thank you, Saad. But again, I do not. This, do you have Omega? Yes, I do. I'll show you my Omega. This is my Omega Seamaster 200 meters, pre-bond, early to mid 90s. I love this watch. Yeah, this is a great watch. I had a Speedmaster. I sold it because I didn't wear it, and I needed the money, so I sold it. But yeah, maybe in the future the Speedmaster that I would love to have is, the 321. But it's very expensive and it's very hard to get. So hopefully, maybe one day, dreams come true. Taylor J. Yo, this been a while. Nice Omega. I'm currently rocking my 41mm SMPC. Hey, Taylor, good to see you. Yeah, man. The SMPC, let's put it up. Do you have the blue one or the black one? The blue SMPC, I think, is the best. Wait, what the fuck? The SMPC. Hey, Bear Clooney, great to see you. Thank you. The SMPC. I think it's the best iteration of the. Yeah, I did have it. Let me show it. Just a sec. This is the one we are talking about. Yeah, so this is the SMPC, the ceramic Seamaster from, I believe it was from 2012 to 2018 when they introduced the new one. This is no waves dial, which I personally really like. I like the bracelet. Some people don't like the bracelet because they think it's dated. It's 90s, and yeah, I had one. I had one at last year, 1 year and a half, and then I sold it, like I do most of my watches. And then I had one again, the black one. Then I sold that one as well. But it's a great watch. I mean, it's a great entry. It's a great entry, entry watch, luxury watch, first luxury watch for getting into the hobby. Thank you, Sal. Just in my office in the fiction room for this. Ed Logan said, my dear friend. Thank you, Bear. I love you, man. Have a great day. Yeah, honestly, this is such a nice Seamaster. Yeah, this is, it's so right, like the aesthetics. Yeah, the wave dial is great as well, but I like this one more. I don't like the new one so much because I feel that the waves on the new one, they are making it a little bit toyish. It's like a toy. It's a little bit childish in a sense. No offense to the owners, No offense to the owners. Hey, Paul. Good Paul. Paul, I don't want to slaughter your family name, man. Paul Yasemidis. I'm great. I'm okay. I mean, right now I'm okay. Good to see you, man. I sent you a message. I didn't see you on the streams. I was wondering where you were. So it's good to see you. Looks okay on white dial. Yeah, that's correct. I agree. The white dial looks great. I think it's the only good iteration of the white Seamaster. Wait, let's get something in a better quality. I actually had one. And I sold it because I think a white dial watch, a sports watch, a diver watch you need some kind of character, some kind of character to own one and to keep it. But it's really, really nice, especially on that black rubber strap. You can also put it on a white Zealand strap, which is really, it's all white. So that's the reason why I never got the Explorer, because I'm afraid that I will, I want to bond with it, because I wouldn't get the black Explorer too, but the white one I did want, but I didn't get it because white dial is, you need to adapt to it, That's my opinion anyway. Bear, do you own orange dial Aqua Racer? Interesting. If Bear owns any Tag Heuer. I know Bear has an open mind regarding watches. He's not a brand snob, so perhaps he does have. What else? I also like the Peter Blake, of course, which has a wave dial. We all know this one probably. Yeah. I had this, I sold it. I think it's a good execution of the wave dial, specifically for this model, because the entire package is beautiful, yeah, I think this is one of the best last Seamasters that they released. Paul says, my local AD has this watch in window, very good looking. I think for the price, I'd rather have the Railmaster 1957. Let's look at the Railmaster. Yeah, the Railmaster is amazing. I didn't see it in the flesh, but from the pictures, it's amazing. It's very similar to the Seamaster 1957 from the trio, the Heritage, the Speedmaster, Seamaster, and the Railmaster. It's a beautiful watch. I mean, yeah, it's wow. It's the thing is, sometimes with these watches, I feel that they are too beautiful, I mean, it's a weird argument, but hear me out. Like, it's too beautiful to wear it, that it's so beautiful that if you get a scratch on it, then you are like, fuck, man. That's why I don't know. It's just me, maybe, but I'm too afraid to scuff it up, Though, of course, watches are meant to be worn and not kept in safes and drawers. So, yeah, it's very nice. I actually said I had the Seamaster 1957. Let's see. This is Seamaster 1957. Yeah, I had this one. Oh, yes, I love this. I love it. I had it. I sold it. I regret selling it. It's very similar to the Railmaster, which makes sense because they're both like, vintage, retro, reissue. Sorry. But again, this is so beautiful, this watch. I mean, the lugs, the shape of the lugs, how they're very how do you say? I'm lost the word, but I mean, it's just everything is correct, aesthetically here in my opinion. Of course, the hands, even the Fortina, there are people that don't like Fortina. Personally, I don't care for Fortina. I think it fits here. it's an expensive watch though. It's expensive, and it's very under the radar, which is good. But again, I mean, it cost at the time, it cost almost as a 5-digit pre-ceramic Submariner. So I get the Submariner, over this one. But yeah, it's, yeah. What else? What do you have here? I think the Railmaster is watch I like more than Floor Reflected. I don't think anything really gets so much love in most junior anyway. Yeah, I agree. I think that, I mean, to my taste, Omega makes better looking watches than Rolex and a lot of other brands. Now, I'm not saying Rolex makes beautiful watches, but I don't know, Omega is sexier, in my opinion. Rolex makes just good watches, tool watches. Although the new ceramic ones, you can say that they're more jewelry-like, but in general, I think Omega makes most. I mean, can you picture Rolex doing something like a Planet Ocean? I mean, Planet Ocean, my favorite Planet Ocean is the one with the 2500 movement. This one, which I also owned. It's been discontinued, of course, because they made new Planet Oceans, which are chunkier and more massive and more jewelry-like. In a sense, they are imitating Rolex in that sense, I think. Well, this watch, I think it encapsulates the past and the present of Omega, Omega dive watches. It has the DNA of the Omega Seamaster 300 and in the past and also the mainly the past, if I could say, the Omega Seamaster 300 is let's see where it is. No, I mean the one from the 70s. I don't know the reference. Yeah, something like that. This is, in my opinion, beautiful. These models are absolutely beautiful. Yeah. So this one, I would love to own one of these, but they're super expensive, and you don't know what happened, if they replaced parts, if they did all kinds of things, and it's a minefield, a vintage watch minefield. Mega Seamaster 300. It's really, really nice, yeah. Not on a leather strap. I wouldn't put it on a leather strap, but this is that watch called COSM 300. What do you mean? What do you mean COSM 300? That like the one they remade? Oh, maybe I'm not sure what you mean. It's the C. It's called Seamaster 300. I don't know what's the reference. Omega Seamaster 300. Let's see. Omega Seamaster 300 watch code. Oh yeah, Tim Wright talked to me about this one. No, I don't think it's a Watchco one. I don't think it's a Watchco one. There's a video of it. It looks like it's like the real thing, but yeah. This is an interesting thing. This watch code thing. I mean, it's. I mean, I'm not sure what I think of it, because it's in a sense it's a Franken watch. You know, it's a Franken watch. It's not the real thing, even if it looks like the real thing. It's not the real thing. You know. Paul Isemides. I saw them Speedmaster Heritage 57 with the color dot. They look amazing. The red one is a killer. Yeah, the ones with the two sub dials, I don't like them actually, but I do like the Speedmaster 1957 from the Trio to the Heritage. The one, not this one. Where is it? This one, yeah, this one is amazing. My friend owns it. My friend owns this watch. It's stunning. It's stunning in real life. The trilogy. I'm going to keep saying the trio. It's the trilogy. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. God damn. It's beautiful. They're going for almost 10K. Even over 10K. Yeah. Lowest price is, yeah, the trilogy is just gorgeous. Yeah, I agree, Bear. It's amazing. It's I mean, if I could get it, people who bought the whole trilogy, it's a blast. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Yep. What else, guys? What else? I need the panelist here. I need some team players. Speedmaster, Seamaster, and Railmaster would be a nice, modest three-piece collection. Yeah. Not much more. I mean, you got a chronograph and got a diver, and the Railmaster. I'm not sure how you can classify it, but yeah. Sad. Good to see my boss Bear Clooney on this show. It's always good to see Bear, and Sad, of course. You know. Yeah. I don't know what else. What else can we talk about? What do we have here? Yeah, so personally, I'm not getting any new watches soon. I I'm taking a break for new watches. Also because of my current situation, but I'm quite content with what I have. Enjoying the collection. I mostly wear the Black Bay, which is a great watch in my opinion. Very very correct proportions, great movement. It keeps like wow, amazing time. The Tudor knows their movements, which makes sense because they're from Rolex. I mean, I don't know where the movements are made, but they are amazing. All the Tudors that I had with an in-house movement were great. Love Bear and Archie both. Yeah, so do I. I love to see Archie and Bear um, interacting. I feel like they are like two fathers, of the watch community of the. How can I say? I don't know. I see Bear and I see Archie, and somewhere I see my father. Um, so yeah, lots of respect, and for saying things like they are, and not sugarcoating things. Even if you have people who disagree, and it's okay if they disagree, you gotta appreciate that. Bear is the honorary chairman of the community. Yeah, and Bear used to. I mean, he has a YouTube channel. He used to make great content. He used to make reviews and opinion pieces. And actually, Bear, because of Bear's video about the uh, Seamaster No Time to Die, he made a great video about it, very long and detailed, goes into details. And I watched it, and then I got the watch. It's a great watch. Let's look at it. Seamaster No Time to Die. Such a beautiful watch. Wait, let's get a bigger picture. What's this one? I mean, at first when I saw this watch, I didn't. I mean, I thought I didn't like the mesh, and I didn't like the Fortina, and I didn't like this and that. But once I saw it, I watched Bear's video, and I saw the watch in real life, in the flesh. It was like something, lit in my head. It was amazing. It's one of those watches that it's very photogenic, but it doesn't, it's even more beautiful and impressive in real life. So it has a very unique depth to it. It has a domed crystal, which is really. It has I mean, it's a light watch because it's titanium, but it feels like good to the touch, like luxury. But I don't know. It's hard to describe. The bezel is loomed. The bezel insert is loomed. Just such a beautiful watch. I mean, I think it's one of the most beautiful Seamasters. The only downside is let's say there's a little bit of gimmicky, James Bond. The arrow is fine, but I mean, I mean, to be honest, I like James Bond. I watched some of the movies, but it's not like a whoa James Bond. I didn't watch any of the Daniel Craig movies. I did watch the Pierce Brosnan ones, but I'm not such a big James Bond fan. So I did about this because I love how the watch looks and the brand Omega. And in a way, it's a little bit bummer because it's related. It's to James Bond, and oh yes, it's James Bond watch. James Bond watch. Yeah, okay. It's a little bit like how the Speedmaster is always The MoonSwatch. Yeah, it's okay. It wasn't the moon. I mean, that's cool, man. But I like it because it just looks great. I mean, it's sexy. It's a good looker. I mean, it's a classic. It's iconic. Anyone who gets into watches knows that the Speedmaster is iconic. But not only because it went to the moon, I think, because it's just so, I mean, sexy, with lack for a better word. And the Submariner is the same story, more or less, though the Submariner didn't go to the moon as far as I know. But it's also iconic, I think, because it's a black dial watch with round indices. Yeah. And it's interesting, the question, like, what makes a watch iconic, I mean, that's really a good question that I would like to present. Does anyone have Mike the Snake's number? I would like to invite him to the stream. Yeah, I just thought about Mike the Snake, my good friend. Hey, Ronnie Herman, my friend, Ronnie Herman. Good to see you. Ronnie Herman is a very good childhood friend of mine. He's an actor. Very good actor. And yeah, it's great to see you, Ronnie. This is back. Yeah, I'm back, but I gotta tell you, I gotta be honest with you, I'm a little disappointed. I expected more viewers, and I expected at least one panelist to join me, but nobody's joining. Okay, I can do this solo. That's fucking Adi Herman. Another good friend of mine, childhood friend. If you can tell, he's related to Ronnie. Adi has a 16610. 16610. Yeah, I will keep at it. I think I will keep at it. But yes, this is a beautiful 16610. Let's keep it on the screen as we speak. Who is that? Robert De Niro? Yeah, it's De Niro, right? Yeah. What else, guys? What's going on? What are you wearing? Focus. 16610, guys. That's the ultimate watch, and I had it and I sold it foolishly. But it's okay. We all make mistakes in life, We are playing this. There you go. You can join. I would love to talk to you, Paul. Let's see if Paul joins us. My latest. Wow. Okay. Let's pull it up. Oh yeah, this one, right? You showed me this picture. Yeah, nice, on the bracelet. Yeah, I love these watches. I mean, personally, I would put it on a leather strap, but it's also beautiful on the bracelet. Very clean design. I really like it. Nice, nice. Schaffhausen. I love the little subdial. Okay, we have Paul here.
Hey,
Hey,
how's it going, mate? Are you good?
yeah, man. What's up? Good to hear your voice.
Yes. Sorry, I didn't get your WhatsApp. I changed my number yesterday, and I haven't. I've literally put about 3 or 4 numbers in my new phone, so I need to add yours into it as well. Don't worry, I'll get it sorted today.
Ah, okay, man. No problem. Sure, sure.
Yeah,
Give it a try.
I thought you were monetized this,
I am monetized.
but you can't super chat. Well, I couldn't see where you can super
Really?
chat. But yeah,
Get super chat? That sucks.
unless I'm going blind, I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
because
monetized.
normally you have like a dollar sign or whatever at the bottom, don't you? You know where you go to
Oh,
type in.
yeah. I guess there's a problem with the. I need to confirm my address or something. It's really.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for the thought, though, man.
Yeah. Because I remember I had that idea about doing that music stream with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think
Yeah. Yeah. I remember, man.
that'll bring in a few pennies. Don't worry. we need to stop
So
you. We need to stop you selling your watches. This.
yeah. Yeah. For sure, man. So how are you doing? What's
Yeah.
up?
Okay. But it's hot here, but probably not as hot as where you are.
Yeah, it's hot here. 28 C right now.
Yeah. It's been very very hot here in the UK today. So yeah, just chilling.
You're in
Just
Scotland, right?
no, in England.
Oh,
In
you're
the
in
Mid-
England.
yeah.
Why did they get the idea that you're from Scotland?
Because we're doing a trip up to Scotland.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Tim's supposed to be coming over with bondage, but Tim's rubbish at getting back to me. So I've been chasing him for about a week now. So I need to know the dates so I can book the hotels and everything.
Man, Tim has a tight schedule. He's going to Australia, Scotland. I don't
Ah,
know where else. To Greece. I don't know.
it's all content, mate. It's all content.
Yeah, yeah. I support it. He's a great content creator.
Yeah, he's good, Tim. He's good.
Yeah. Uh, so what else is new? Are you still going on the streams, man?
Yeah, to be fair, I've been on and off for the past couple of days. I've been trying to get my sleep pattern back. You know what it's like. These streams are a killer for anyone that lives in anyone that lives in Europe or the mid, or places like Israel and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
They're very very sort of late at night, early in the morning. So been trying to sleep like a normal human being
Mm-hmm.
during normal hours, but it's not very easy to get back into a good routine.
Are you managing to arrange your sleep?
Yeah, I only sleep 3 or 4 hours a night anyway, though maximum. And
Mm.
but it got to a stage where I wasn't sleeping for 2 or 3 days. So
Oh
yeah, which is no good.
no, it's not. It's not good for your health. You know.
No, not at all, not at all. So what watch? I probably might have missed it. This what watches have you got left now in your collection, or what's the state of your collection at the minute?
I'm gonna bring my watch case and I'll show you. So right now I have on my wrist the Black Bay 58.
Yeah, you sent me a picture of that the other week, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I did.
It looks good actually, especially when you catch it in the sun.
Oh yeah. It is. It's a beauty. It's very sexy watch.
Mm.
almost too sexy that you don't want to, use it so it won't get scratched or something.
Yeah, but I mean, how much are they now? About three? Are they what, $3,000, $4,000?
I got it for 2,800.
What, US dollars roughly?
Yeah, yeah,
It's not bad.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, I don't think I'd feel too bad about scratching up a watch at that price. It's a bit different than scratching a $10,000 or $20,000 watch, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right as well. That's right. Yeah. Um, yeah, you can't super chat, right? Damn. I'm just looking right now. Um,
You get it
so
sorted, this, so you can get the pennies in, or the shekels, I should say.
yeah. So this is my main
So
you know
what have you got? A Coke?
Coke. Coke. I got a
You have to tell me the rest of them this, because I'm half blind. I can't bloody see anything nowadays.
Okay, so it's a Coke. It's a Seamaster free bond, 200 meters,
Yeah, yeah.
and the Seiko Marine Master 300.
Okay.
These are my main watches. I also have this Smith's watch. Do you know the Smith's?
No, I've never heard of it.
It's an English brand actually. It's from England.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's they are famous for being taken to the top of Mount Everest. With Hillary and Tenzing.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay,
So
interesting. I'll have to have a look at that.
um, yeah, I don't have. I mean, I have a few more watches, but that's more like what Archie would call cheaters. Um,
Nothing wrong with shitters, mate.
of course, of course. I mean, every watch deserves respect.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, the thing is, there's people, there's probably many people out there that don't have any luxury watches, but they've got maybe 20 so-called shitters that they absolutely love. So it's each to their own, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean,
Yeah. You might have.
you know,
I'm sure there's a guy out there or a girl out there that's got 20 Seikos. They're not interested in buying any Rolex or Omega or anything high horology. They love that brand or something similar, and that's what they want to collect. Or £50, $50 watches or $100 watches or whatever.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't consider Seiko's cheaters.
No, I
And
don't either. No, no.
uh,
I think they're good value for money.
yeah, for sure.
You know,
What do you have in your collection?
not a lot, mate. I haven't got anything. I have nothing. I'm at the beginning. I said this to George Varghese on one of Tim's streams. I'm at the very, very beginning of mine, because I've been doing is spending the past maybe 3 years, 4 years watching Arch, watching Tim, watching a few other people on YouTube, trying to understand how the market works,
Okay.
and more importantly, what I like before I buy, sort of thing. And I came to a conclusion that I prefer
Mhm.
dress watches to sports watches.
Okay.
So, but the problem I've got now is that my tastes keep changing every bloody week. So
Mhm.
at one point I was thinking, well, I'll just get dress watches, nothing expensive, let's say, lower end, maybe sort of Cartier, drives, Rondas, tanks, stuff like that, maybe a Bulgari up to Finissimo further down the line, etc., etc. But then you start seeing watches like the Railmaster or one or two other watches that are sort of sportier, stainless steel ones, and you think, well, I actually quite like that. So it'd be nice to have a little bit of a mix, but it's got to be done over a period of time. I personally haven't got the funds to go and spend 20 grand on a load of watches, or do you see what I mean? So it's got to be done over a period of time.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
But there's no rush. I mean, from my point of view, I'm not, you know, just take it one step at a time. And the most important thing is to buy things you like, I think. But I'm quite big on the design aspect of it.
Mhm.
Me personally, I couldn't give a shit about the movement or whether the thing was 10 minutes or 10 seconds plus or minus a day. That to me is completely irrelevant. I know it's a big thing for a lot of people that are into horology. But for me, it's about the look of it. If it looks good to me, then it's something I'd consider.
Hmm. We have Off on Smash here. Good friend. Good steal, Off on Smash.
There
Wearing
was
his Seiko 62 Mass Paddy. It's on NATO. Nice, yeah, it's a nice watch. So what were you saying, Paul?
yeah. So I mean the brands, if you want to call them that I personally am attracted to at this minute in time. I mean, I quite like the Cartier stuff, and I know a lot of men don't like the Cartier because it's considered a jewelry brand and it's more maybe seen as a feminine brand, perhaps psychologically. I don't know, but I quite like some of the stuff they do, and I think for the price that you can get some of their stuff at, I mean, I'm talking pounds now, British pounds, but sort of between £3,000 and £5,000. I think there's, especially on the used market, there's some good deals to be had. I mean, I also, funny enough, I mean, I go on Chrono 24 just to have a look. You know, I'm not buying anything at the minute, but I spotted a Bulgari Octo Roma, not the Octofinissimo, the Roma, and it was a two-tone steel rose gold on a brown leather strap, 3-4 years old, box papers, and it was for sale for less than £3,000. And the thing, if you look at it, I can maybe try and, I think it's probably still for sale if you want to pull it up on Chrono. I don't know, but
Yeah, why not?
I looked at it and I thought, shit, this is a beautiful looking watch, and for how much it is, I think in pounds is probably, I think it was £6,250, including taxes, brand new, and the thing you can probably get for £2,500 now. You know, it's just I saw it as value for money, but it's a Bulgari,
yeah,
Octo Roma.
Octo Roma. Okay, let's see.
Yeah, and I think if you get it on Chrono 24, I think it's get it on Chrono 24. I think it'll be probably the cheapest one on there, or one of the cheapest anyway. But I just thought, you know, you've got a two-tone watch. It's a dress watch, okay. I think it's 40.
This one?
That's the one. Now, I mean, what do you think of it? I mean, when I looked at it a few times. I left it. I went back to it, and I looked at all the different pictures. It's two-tone steel, rose gold. It's got the rose gold hour markers, crown. And I don't really know because I've never held an Octo Roma. It's got like a rim. It's like a sandwich, sort of. I don't know how you describe it.
Sandwich?
It's almost like a sandwich type bezel, a bit similar to, I think, what AP do with the 1159 code. But I just thought for how much it is price wise, I just thought it was a really good looking watch.
Well, I agree. I mean,
it's not everyone's cup of tea. I'm guessing not everyone likes the shape of it, and obviously not many people perhaps, or not many men like the brand Bulgari for a watch perhaps, but I just think it's a very, very good looking watch, and for how much it is, I mean, if I had the spare money, I'd buy it. It's the reality of it, you know.
Well, I would. I mean, it's beautiful, actually. I mean, I wouldn't buy it because I'm a sports watches type of guy, but
sure, yeah.
I think it's very, very elegant. You can see the indices are applied, of course.
Yeah,
Nice, man. It's
I think as a dress watch, I mean, if you were in the market for one, and I know most people on these streams are sort of bloody sports watches and all the rest of it, but I think if you're in the market for a dress watch on a leather band or a crocodile brown band, alligator band, I think that value for money, it looks all right, and I think it's got an open case back as well. I mean, the back of the case, I don't think. I mean, listen. It's not the greatest looking movement in the world. It's not going to win any awards for the back of the case. But what do you want for the price?
yeah. I mean, personally, I would get it on a bracelet if I could. You know,
I think they do them. I don't know a tremendous amount about the Octo Roma anyway. To be honest, I don't know a huge amount about it, but. I think if you can get them, if you can pick them up second hand, they definitely do them. I've definitely seen one on a steel, an all steel one.
Yeah, like this one.
Yeah. I think they do like a black dial, a grey dial, or greyish dial, blue dial one. Not
Actually,
sure. Yeah. I don't mind the design. It's a little bit different. I know some people will say, "Oh, it looks a bit like an AP," but you know.
Saad is complimenting you on your taste. I join him. I like distinctive taste of Polysemidis, not following. How do you pronounce Yasemidis?
Yasemidis, yeah.
Yasemidis, okay. Not following the herd. And Hoff says, I agree, always good seeing watch fans with passion versus all these bored rich guys who just buy watches and safe. Yeah, you know. No offense,
I'm just a boring poor guy, Hoff. Don't worry about it.
You know, you have guys in this community, and again, no offense, but they have like 8 Rolex, sports, and
I have to say, I mean, from my point of view, Dish. Obviously, look, I sort of consider myself a bit of an outsider because I don't have any luxury watches. I used to collect, well, I still do. I collect antiques, so I know a bit more about certain antiques than I do watches. But in terms of the watches and things like that, I mean, we all know what's happened with the market. You know, the past, during COVID and more recently, what's happened with it. And I get why people do it, and I understand why people would use watches in the same way as people use commodities and stocks and all the rest of it as investments. If you can make money, fair enough. But I think sometimes we live in a world where you can very easily become obsessed with money, and it's a dangerous thing, to have it sort of rule your life and all the rest of it. Yes, money's important, obviously. We all need money to live that, but it's.
We have the original, I would say, replying to Huff, just laughing from his comment. Again, no problem with people with a lot of Rolexes, but sometimes you need to try something new. Open your mind. At least in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's no doubt. Rolex make fantastic watches. You can't really argue that. They're probably the most established brand out there for watching, and their marketing is, well, look, they've brainwashed the entire world, haven't they? Let's be honest. I mean, in terms of why you should buy them and all the rest of it, and the prestige, and fair play to them for that. But I think sometimes it's nice to take a step back and look at what else is out there. And everyone's got different tastes.
Could these come on rubber? Do you know, Paul? Night Diver is asking if these.
What? Sorry.
The Bulgari watches.
What was sorry? What was the question?
If they come on rubber, if you have a rubber.
I don't know, Night Diver. No idea. As I said, I sort of stumbled across that watch randomly because that's what I do. I'll do that occasionally. I'll randomly go chrono, and I know the prices on chrono are not necessarily reflective of the true prices. That's fine, but I use it really just to sort of see what watches are out there that maybe aren't available now that were perhaps 5 years ago, 10 years ago, even some of the older ones, just to see what the designs were like, because sometimes you can go back in time and see a watch that I suppose would be classed as vintage, but they don't make anymore. That you might think, oh, it's good value for money, and if you've got the money and you like it, you just go and buy it, sort of thing.
Yeah. Okay. So wait, Paul. Actually, what you're telling me is that currently you own no watch at all?
Oh yeah. I've got Seikos. I've got some Seikos. That's it. That I inherited off my dad and a Casio. That's pretty much it. I've got about three or four.
Which Seikos? Which Seikos, man?
Seiko 5. I've got 2 Seiko 5s. Casio. It's the old. It's not a Casio G-Shock. It's one of the old vintage type ones. You know, with the full metal bracelet. Very, very thin.
Okay.
I think it's is it an A183 or something like that?
Okay.
It looks like a 1970s style. It was the one my dad used to wear it all the time, to be honest. So it's like a 20 quid watch, 20, 30 quid watch, but digital watch, obviously.
Saad is asking, what kind of antiques do you collect, if you don't mind telling us?
Yes, so I haven't bought many recently, but I've got a collection of mainly Murano vases, antique Murano vases. So they're Italian vases, completely pointless because you can't put any flowers in them. But they are basically, I buy them as decorative objects. So they are completely useless in terms of functionality, but I just think that they're very nice looking. So I've got a smallish collection of those that I collected over many, many years, but they're mainly from like the 1950s, 60s, 70s, and 1 or 2 from the 80s.
But do you deal in them or just collect?
No. It's something I came across many, many years ago. I mean, I've been to Murano itself as well. I've watched them make them and stuff like that. I just like them as decorative objects. As I said, they're completely useless. You can't even put bloody flowers in any of them because of the stupid way they're shaped. But they're beautiful objects to look at. That's it.
Do you see this boulder?
That's nice. I like that.
Yeah.
That's sort of rubber, though. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. It seems like a good, nice rubber.
What sort of money would that be? Does it say?
Good. That's a good question. I don't know the reference number.
I don't think, I could be wrong. I don't think, because of the way they design the Octos, I don't think they're interchangeable. The bracelet with the steel very easily, anyway.
Yeah, there it is. There's the reference. It's almost 6K US.
Okay, so yeah.
Actually,
what year is that? That's 20.
Let me see. Does it say? It doesn't say here.
Okay, with box and papers and everything, or full set?
Oh, it was launched in 2012, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Scope of the Lega, original books, original papers. Yes, it comes with this one specifically comes with original. Yeah. Hey Daniel, good to see you, man. Thank you. I really like this one. I really like it. I wouldn't wear it because it's not my style, but it's good with the rubber.
It's not for everyone, but I mean, there's a lot of people out there that don't like AP Royal Oaks because of the shape, because it's too brutalist in its design, So
Yeah.
but I think for the money, it's not too bad. I mean, you're not going to get many other watches. Has it got an open case back as well?
Yeah, seems so. I mean, it's not that impressive.
No, it's not. It's not going to be impressive for that sort of price. But yeah.
But no, I like the direction. I mean, it's not a sports watch, but it has something sporty about it. You know, I mean,
It's what I personally would class it as a crossover watch. So it's sort of half sports, half dress, almost. I think with the rubber, you've got to class it as more sporty, haven't you?
Yeah, exactly.
You wouldn't. Well, I wouldn't anyway. I would never wear a rubber band if to a formal occasion. It's just too informal, isn't it?
I mean, yeah, but well, okay, you're not Diego. Diego has the Patek Aquanaut.
Yeah,
You know?
I mean, look, the Aquanaut's a great watch, but you can't. Well, I suppose you could. I personally wouldn't wear that with a full suit to a dinner party or.
Okay.
Do you see what I mean? It's too casual, isn't it? It's a casual watch. It's not a formal watch.
What about Rolex on Oyster Flex? You wouldn't?
I personally wouldn't. No.
Okay.
Rubber for me is too informal. Maybe it's a traditional side. I've got it in my head, rightly or wrongly, that a true pure dress watch has to have either a leather or an alligator strap. Really, in my mind. Now I know loads of people will disagree with that, but historically that's how it was, wasn't it? I guess. Everything was on a leather strap or an alligator strap or something like that.
Saad says Nautilus and Aquanaut are not very beautiful in my opinion. Okay, that's a valid opinion. What do you think?
I've never. Well, the Nautilus doesn't do a lot for me. I understand why people buy it. It's not a bad looking watch, but the question I have is, if you're going to spend that amount of money, and that's a huge amount of money, even if you're getting it at retail, does it have that wow factor for you? It has to be. It has to be. In my view, unless you've got unlimited funds and you don't give a shit and you're just stacking watches for the sake of stacking them. If you're going to spend 30 grand, 50 grand, 100 grand on a bloody watch, for me, it's got to give you. You've got to look at it and go, yes, that makes you feel special. It's not good enough, in my opinion, for it just to be a watch that you like or even that you love. It's got to make you feel special at that price, surely. Unless I said you've got unlimited funds and you've got 50 watches in your collection and you're just adding it because it's a show pony type of watch,
Yeah, I agree with you totally.
Yeah.
I mean, don't punish me for saying, but it's a hype watch in a sense, It's a hype watch.
Yeah, it is a hype watch, but even if you took it, let's say it wasn't a hype watch, and let's say it was just an ordinary run-of-the-mill Patek that people weren't that fussed either way about, but the price was still the similar price. If you put that watch on your wrist, does it really make you feel special for the amount of money that you're spending on it?
That's a good question. I think that you need to have the money to actually.
But it's a lot of money, isn't it? I mean,
yeah.
Okay. So a lot of people, it's not a lot of money. I get that, but to the average man on the street, it's a bloody huge amount of money to spend, even at retail.
Adi Herman says it's a status symbol, opens you doors. That's all it is.
My view on that statement is that may be the case in America. In Europe, that watch means nothing. In Europe,
really?
that watch will open you no doors in Europe. I can 100% guarantee you that. because again, it may be a status thing in places like North America where people are obsessed. I don't want to sound like I'm having a go at the Americans because I do love America. Where people are obsessed with objects and you know, things of high net worth, such as these things. But that watch I can tell you now for a fact in places like the UK, Germany, France, that most people won't even bat an eyelid to that watch. It won't help you progress your career. It's not going to get you any favors amongst Europeans, because Europeans don't give a shit what watch you wear. Quite frankly.
Okay. But you're speaking from the point of view of England. Maybe in Germany it's different, no?
Maybe slightly. Maybe you've got it slightly wrong. But I mean, in my previous job, I dealt with a lot of high net worth people, business people that dealt with things on an international basis. I never wore a watch with clients, even clients that were worth 100, 200, 300 million. They didn't look at me in any different shape or form because of it. So I don't think it makes a huge difference. It may well do in America. I don't know. I've never lived there. I'm not from there, so I can't comment on that. But it really wouldn't. What you've got, whether you know, having a Patek or an AP on your wrist or a VC is not going to help you in any shape or form. I don't think in the UK.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I would suggest that it's probably the same in most of mainland Europe. It may get noticed by someone, and someone will comment on it if they understand watches and they recognize it. But I don't think it's going to assist you in any shape or form.
Interesting. He correctly gets to New York. Yeah.
So listen, I've been to America a fair few times. I've actually not been to New York. So I couldn't comment, but yeah, it's interesting. I mean, if that is the case in somewhere like New York, because I mean, I'm from London originally, it's certainly not going to be the case in London.
Saad says, world has changed. Material things doesn't count. That's personal to you. Your performance and bank balance counts.
Performance, yeah. Bank balance, it depends in what context you're talking about. But yeah. People buy off people they like. It doesn't matter whether you're buying a bloody watch or a service or an insurance policy, whatever. You know, if they don't like you as an individual, it doesn't matter how great your product is, they're never going to buy it off you.
Yeah. What do you think about the Vacheron Constantin?
Well, can I give you a very, very short story on VC?
Of course, man. We're here for stories.
I'll try and give you cliff notes. I don't want to go off on a tangent like Mike the Snake or anyone like that. So back in 2012, I was flying somewhere in Europe. Can't remember where. And I don't know if you remember this, when you used to go on flights, they used to have like in-flight magazines behind the seat.
I remember. Yeah.
So because you're bored, you take out the in-flight magazine. And this is what sort of stimulated it at the very beginning for me. I opened I saw a double spread, and it was a macro photo of the Vacheron Constantin Métier d'Art, which is the Masterpiece collection. And they had the 3 pieces that they released back in, I think it was 2012, 2013, something like that. And I saw one watch in particular. It was an enamel dial, hand carved, beautiful thing, white gold, 40 mil, thin, leather strap. And I fell in love with it. I was like, this is one of the most beautiful dials I've ever seen. Not for everyone. I get it. One of only 20 pieces made. I think they made 20 of each of the designs, sort of thing. They're all numbered. But I sort of parked that idea as I got on with business work and all the rest of it. But I've always thought in the back of my mind, if I ever come into some decent money, I'll I'll try and get that watch. Now, ironically, about 3 months ago, I was randomly looking on Chrono, and it was the first time I'd ever seen that particular watch that I wanted up for sale, but it was price on application, and it was a dealer in Belgium. So I thought, fuck it, I haven't got the money to buy it anyway, but I want to know how much he wants for it. The price was 110,000 euros. Which, yeah. So I'll repark that idea for another 10, 15 years, because that's not something I'm prepared to commit to, or would be able to commit to, I don't think, for a period of time. But yeah, I think if money was no object, I would look to get that as one of the Grail pieces, to be honest. But as a brand, I quite like Vacheron, and I like Vacheron because they don't overmarket their products. It's a very sort of stealth. It's Holy Trinity, but it's the stealth one out of the three, I think. They're not looking for hype people, albeit this overseas model you've got on the screen now is ridiculously hype, but it's a beautiful watch at the end of the day. I don't like the way that AP. I like AP as a brand to a certain degree. I love the Royal Oak, but some of the novelties they bring out, they're very, very sort of cheesy and tacky, and I just think it sort of degrades the brand a little bit. You know, if you're part of the Holy Trinity, you're not just sort of setting the bar, setting the standard in terms of watchmaking and all the rest of it, but there should be an air of class about you. And I'd say it's only my opinion, and I know someone like Hoff loves this particular watch that Tim was talking about yesterday. You know, the AP with the music dial.
Oh, I don't like.
I don't know what it's called, but I'll just call it the music dial. Yeah, I mean, that to me isn't a watch that someone like AP should be making. Now, people will say, well, I like it, or AP are going to make a shitload of money off it. Yeah, that's probably the case. But as a prestigious brand, and you can relate this. I don't want to go and talk about cars too much, although I'm quite a big car fan. Rolls-Royce will refuse to paint their cars in certain colors. So regardless of how much money you've got, if you're buying a brand new Rolls-Royce, there are certain stipulations. They will not let you paint. They will not paint, one of their cars bloody bright pink and let it come out the factory, because it's part of their prestige, their brand. Now you can buy it and then go and get it spray painted elsewhere, obviously, but and I sort of relate that to some of what AP does with their. It's like when they brought out what was that bloody purple watch that
Monaco?
No. I can't think of what it is. They brought out, was it a couple of years ago? I can't remember what it was.
AP bought it?
It was an offshore limited edition offshore. They think they made like 500 pieces of it. Had a purple rubber band. Was it to do with some sort of superhero or something like that?
Yeah, Black Panther. OC tells us Black Panther.
Sorry, yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, that's the one.
I mean, look at it. I mean, it's fucking horrible, isn't it? Let's be honest. It's fucking horrible. Yeah. No, I know some people think it's nice, and all right, each to their own. But should AP be making watches like this? I don't know. They're obviously they're doing it for a reason. They're marketing. They're going to make money off it, of course. But as a Holy Trinity brand, do they need to be doing stuff like this?
No, I mean it's like a joke, like Ossie says. It's what?
And I mean the only rational thing I can think of as to why AP would go down this route is because the Royal Oak and the Royal Oak offshore, it's like a one-trick pony at the minute with AP. Until they released the 1159, which has taken a lot of shit and a lot of people don't like it, it's starting to come in now. That was their only line, really. That was their bread and butter. But how many configurations of the Royal Oak can you bloody do? They've been doing it for what, 50 years?
You can do a lot of configurations. You know Oris? You know the Oris one?
Yeah.
The Aquis line of watches.
Yeah.
They make like tons of different lake this, mountain this. You know, like Grand Seiko does it. They make like they have a watch for every mountain in Japan, I think. You know.
I get that. I mean, the Grand Seiko are sort of shooting themselves in the foot a little bit by over Japanesing, if you want to call it that. They're bloody dials, you know. They've got you know, a dial for when it pisses it down. They've got a dial for when the rain is coming sideways at you. They've got a dial for each fucking flower that exists in Japan. It's overkill with that, but the thing that I think, it's only an opinion, I think with AP is not Grand Seiko. AP is not Oris. They're supposed to be the leaders of the pack.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
You know, they're supposed to be the ones that set the bar, set the standards. And I don't know. I mean, this bloody Black Panther and that bloody music, whatever the fuck you want to call it, one they released recently. Yes, they're going to sell them. Yes, I suppose it's good marketing, but a bit cheesy and tacky, aren't they? I mean, I can't see them selling many of those watches in Europe. I don't think you'll see many Europeans buying those watches.
Now another Holy Trinity brand, the Patek. What do you think about Patek?
I like Patek. Yeah. They've again, you know, they're very much seen as the benchmark, aren't they?
Yeah.
Or
you know Jamie Opulence?
Yes. Well, I don't know him personally, but yeah, I know of him.
What?
I don't know him personally, but I know of him. Yeah.
Oh, because he always says Patek is king, you know.
Well, he would do because he's got him bloody bought one, hasn't he? But
yeah, he's got the wall timer.
Wall
timer.
Listen, I think they do very well with the dress watches and the Grand Complication watches as well. There's no doubt it's a top tier brand. They perhaps have a similar issue to Vacheron in that some of their watches are perhaps considered a bit dated and a bit old manish.
Like this one, the 5116.
Yeah, because there are quite a few, I would say, watches in their range that are similar style, if you want to call it that, old world. And Vacheron have the same issue, I think, with theirs as well. And it's difficult. It must be difficult to try and modernize without completely wrecking your brand. You've got to do it in small increments, haven't you?
Yeah, for sure.
They obviously make money because they're still in existence. You know, I mean, the fact that Vacheron have been able to continuously survive year on year for what, 250 odd years, whatever it is, plus. Really, it's quite extraordinary for a watch company if you think about it. I mean, if you think about business in general and all the massive companies that were far bigger than Vacheron and Patek, monetary wise, that have collapsed over the years, you know, it says something about the loyalty, I think, to those brands. and there's a lot of misinformation perhaps about you know, about their financials, because they're obviously making profit, otherwise they wouldn't carry on making them.
Yeah. So what do you have a Grail watch?
Me,
Yeah.
do you want to pull it up?
Yeah,
It's
of course.
it's a bit long-winded though. It's that Vacheron I mentioned earlier. So it's a Vacheron Constantin
Yeah.
Metier d'Art, so METIER, and then
Yeah.
D apostrophe ART. I'll abbreviate the rest of it. Just type fish watch. Fish watch. It will come up.
Fish watch.
Fish, yeah. It sounds weird, I know, but yeah. So go on the images. Go on the images. I'll show you which one it is.
Something like this,
Okay.
maybe?
Yeah. So you see those 3 watches there?
Yeah.
Those 3 watches were in that in-flight magazine, but they were close-up images of them. And the one I quite like, because I like my favorite color is blue, was the fish watch. And I like it, 1, because I like eating fish, 2, I like going fishing, and 3, I'm a Pisces as well. So it's all, but I just liked it. It's a nice, clean looking case, clean, no nonsense alligator strap. And if you watch the videos, there's some videos on YouTube about how they do the engraving and enameling and stuff like that. There's really a lot of work that goes into that. As I said, you know, for most people, they'll look at that and go, "Fucking hell, that's not a very nice looking watch." Fine, whatever. As 1 of 20, I think I made 20 of each of those.
Well, to be honest, I don't like it.
No, most people don't like it. I just happen to like it.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, it's unique. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's you don't see that every day.
You're never going to see them. You probably never ever bump into anyone who's got one, because they only made 20 of them anyway.
Okay.
Hence why they're about 100 odd thousand a piece. But more realistically, a bit further down the price bracket, what I'd love is an Octo Finissimo chocolate dial, rose gold. But they're still about $50,000.
Talking about this?
Yeah, I mean, look at that. That's.
Yeah.
In my opinion, one of the best iconic designs, probably one of the top 20, I would have said, iconic designed watches. Rose gold, open case back, chocolate dial, simple, 40 mil.
Yeah. Well, it's nice.
Again, a lot of people don't like the shape of it either. A lot, you know.
No, it's not the shape. It's just something about this. I mean, I don't like how they put the the seconds sub dial instead of the indices. Like they placed it here.
Yeah, off center. You mean? Yeah.
Yeah, off center. So it kind of disrupts the what's the word, like.
It depends whether you've got OCD or not. This, if everything has to be symmetrical, you see what another watch that I quite like is the asymmetric Cartier tank. But some people can't get their head around that because it's a twisted dial.
I mean, this one. Wait, let's see.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that's the yellow gold one. I think they do a rose gold one and platinum one as well. But
is that like a driver's watch or?
Sort of, yeah, I guess so. It's just a weird design, but I like weird stuff.
Yeah, I noticed.
I'm not regular. I think my mum must have dropped me on my head when I was a baby or something. I don't know.
Ah, I mean, no, you know, what's the name? Picasso. You know, he had a watch. You know that. You know his watch.
I don't know. No.
Let's see which is the one. He had one watch that here. This one. I for some reason I thought of this watch.
Okay. What
Do
the
you like it?
what the fuck is that? Can you explain it to me?
Yeah. What's there's a story. I don't remember exactly,
What's
but it was Picasso's watch. Yeah.
what's obviously it's got lettering instead of numbering. Is it,
Yeah. What's the story? I don't know. I'm not sure. It's not Picasso. I mean, he wore it. He didn't design it or something. I
no,
think.
sure.
Uh,
The case shape reminds me of a Ballon Bleu Cartier a little bit. It's very
mm-hmm.
sort of thin rimmed bezel, not much of a bezel, if you want to call it that. And then obviously you got your bracelet, and then obviously the dial's a lot different, but the case shape is a little bit Ballon Bleury, I think.
I mean, you see that the indices say Pablo Picasso. Yes.
Yeah.
So I think it was I think it was custom made for him. So it's an ugly watch. Sorry, but
Yeah,
I guess you like it.
I don't particularly like it, but who made the watch though? What brand is it?
Yeah, that's designed by the independent Swiss watchmaker Michael Z. Berger. Uh,
Never heard of him. Don't know.
yeah, I don't know. But you know, it's sold for what is it? 267 US dollars.
Yeah, and if he didn't wear it, it'd sell for $100. It's only
Yeah,
because it went on his wrist, and then not an ordinary person's, I guess.
yeah.
But you tend to find with these artistic people, they don't give a shit what anyone else thinks. They just do their own thing. That's
Yeah, that's what
that's
it
why
is. Yeah,
that's why they're so good at what they do. You know, they don't follow the norm. You know,
yeah. I think Andy Warhol used to wear a watch.
Andy Warhol he probably had numerous watches, but I know for a fact he had a Cartier tank.
Yeah,
Because he had a tank. McQueen is obviously famous for the Monaco Tag Heuer, but McQueen had a tank, and Muhammad Ali had a tank as well.
Mm-hmm. But I remember I read somewhere that Warhol said that he never winded his watch. He didn't just wore it, you know, as for for show, not for to actually use it.
Yeah, so he was the predecessor to Tim Wright, who also doesn't set his watches.
They both live in New York, you know.
Yeah.
No, I think Tim actually does. I mean, I saw him use at the time on the watch in some occasions. But,
Oh, was he? Yeah.
In some occasions.
Generally, he doesn't bother setting the time or date on his watch, though, does he?
Yeah, I think so.
Which is a bit, yeah. Okay, you know, each to their own.
Yeah, I personally I have to. I mean, I use the watch for telling the time. I don't use it for. I mean, you know. But it's cool if you don't. It's okay. I don't judge.
No. I think I do love the tank. I mean, obviously, I'm not a big fan of this particular one, but one that I personally quite like. It's actually a quartz one. It is if you pull it up, it's the Tank Must. and it's the blue dial blue strap one. It's not expensive. They launched them, I think, a couple of years ago. Actually, it's quite a modern one.
You mean this one?
Yes, that. I think that looks really good for the price.
Wow, man,
I've looked into it. I can get that. The cheapest I can get that in the UK is £2,500, including taxes. But I think I know it's a quartz watch. I know it's a dress watch. But you've got for the price, you've got one of the top 20 most iconic design watches for not a lot of money. They do a red version. They do like a burgundy red version. I think there's a green one as well. But I just quite like it. I'd wear it.
Well, not my taste. I mean,
no, but you like more your sports watches though.
Yeah, I like sports watches, but in this case, there are no indices. I really like indices in a watch, you know?
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But for the price, I'm not going to be that picky on that one.
Sure.
So, what about you? I know. Obviously, me and you spoke separately and whatnot, but let's say in 3 to 5 years' time, assuming money is okay, is there something realistic that you'd like to aim for?
That's a good question. To be honest, I mean, I had a Grail for many years, and it was the 16610. You probably know that watch.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think it's the most iconic dive watch.
It's the lettering on that, is it blue, or is it my eyesight that's gone?
No, it's not blue. I think it's not blue. I think it's just a photo.
Okay.
Yeah. So this was my Grail watch since I was 18 in the army, in the military.
Okay.
I saw this in a Rolex shop when they were actually available in Rolex shops.
So again, I'm not a massive. I don't have a huge amount of knowledge on the background of these sort of things. So did you buy this brand new, or was it sort of secondhand, or?
No, I 4 years ago I bought it from a collector in Israel.
Okay.
Full box, full set, papers, receipts, everything.
What sort of money? What sort of money would these go for? $15,000 or?
As you said, fat wing back band. Wait.
That's the same question as I did earlier. Why haven't you got your super chats on?
Yeah, people want to give me super chats and I can't. Yeah. I bought it for. Let me tell you in US dollar. I bought it for 6,800 US dollars.
That's pretty good.
Well, that was 4 years ago.
Okay, before all the shit happened. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it went up since then. It went up. So
what would they be? Double the price now, roughly?
Well, I'll tell you, I sold it for 9,800.
Okay.
So I made a profit on it, and what I was saying, I don't like talking about prices. I like talking about the watches, and
of course, yeah.
No,
I was just trying to get an understanding. I was trying to get an understanding in terms of what sort of. I mean, I couldn't give a shit about the price either, really, but I wasn't sure whether it was a $10,000 watch or a $20,000, $30,000. You see what I mean? You see what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So as the three-handler says, it's the classic sub.
Yeah.
I mean, it's it's just. I mean, even if you don't like dive watches, it's just. It's so those black the black dial, the white gold indices, and even the Cyclops.
Yeah.
Anyway, I got this watch. I bought it. I wore it like all day, every day, each day for like 1 year and a half.
Okay.
It destroyed my collection because it dominated it.
but was this one of your Grail watches, or your Grail, the watch that you wanted, that you managed to end up with?
This is the watch. This is the one.
So that was your number one. That was
Yeah.
the peak of what you wanted. Yeah.
Yes. I mean,
Okay.
when you get it, then you start thinking about higher targets. But there's nothing else that I really wanted as much as I wanted this, and I sold it. I sold it in the like almost 1 year ago.
Yeah.
And I regret it. I actually regret it, but I had a good reason because I needed money because I was
Of
in debt.
course. Yeah. Sure. Okay.
Uh,
So, I
and I
mean,
regret it.
I find it interesting what you said there, Dis, because as your Grail piece, you almost abandoned, you said, the rest of your collection, because why not? Because you've got the one piece that you wanted, the ultimate piece.
Yeah,
Interesting. I've obviously not experienced that myself, but I'm curious as to whether other people, maybe some of the other guys in the chat I know have got big collections as well, and whether they have that, or whether they manage to psychologically rotate their watches.
Yeah, that's a good question to the chat, guys. If you had a Grail and you got it, did you actually wear it all the time, or
because I've thought about it myself. I mean, if I got a Grail watch, and obviously you would assume at that point in time you've already got a number of other watches. As much as you like your other watches, that Grail watch, in your own eyes, is better than the rest of them. And therefore, psychologically, I would assume you would do what you did with this watch and wear the fuck out of it, because it's the ultimate watch in your eyes. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So yeah, that was my Grail. It's a very it's not unique. It's in a sense boring. But it's just a good watch. It's an icon. It's an icon.
It's 100%. Yeah. I mean, again, when you're talking about the sub, it goes in that category, doesn't it? It's in fact, there was a website I wanted to mention to you. I just stumbled across it, but I don't know if I can find it now, to be honest. It was like the 20 most iconic watches in history. I don't know if you've seen it, actually.
I did not.
Yeah, I think it's on www.thewatchcompany.com. Or if you type in most iconic watches, it's like one of the top 2 ones, and it goes through what they say.
This is the site?
No, I don't think so. If you type in into Google, 1 second, just type in most iconic watches, and then I think it's probably the first main page. Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, that's the one. It was quite interesting because there's an overlap of, it doesn't really matter whether you like sports watches or dress watches. It features both. It features both, to be honest. And I mean, they're all watches that most of us have heard of. And I'm just wondering whether there's anything on there that people disagree with, think should be on the list that isn't, or something like that. But I think it covers most of it. Obviously, you've got ones like the Speedmaster, the Sub. You got
we have a Speedmaster. We have a Sub.
Yeah. I'm not sure if they're listed 1 to 20, but I don't know if they've put them in order of what they think is the most iconic. You got
1519.
Yeah.
Okay.
Royal.
Yeah, I know this model.
Yeah. Royal Oak, obviously.
Okay, yeah.
Tag Heuer Monaco.
I think I would say the Hoyer. No, I mean the.
Mm.
I mean, it wasn't tagged until the 80s, I think.
I don't know a huge amount about the history, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not sure about that, but yeah. But then,
Santos.
you go on to your more sort of dressiest crossover watches like the Santos, Breitling. I thought the Breitling was an interesting one. I fucking hate the Breitling. I think it's. I mean, this is too busy for my liking. You know.
Yeah, for me too.
It's too many bloody numbers on it. But I mean, it's got a huge following, and it's a
Yeah, it's
historic.
iconic.
You cannot deny it's a historic watch.
Yeah.
So I understand why it's on the list.
Reverso.
The Reverso, which
Yeah.
and you got my watch, the Octo Finissimo, the one of the ones that I'd love.
Oh yeah, nice.
Which I thought that was a bit of a strange one actually, because I don't think the Octo Finissimo. I think it's only I'm not sure when it first started, but it was quite late on, a lot later than like the subs and things and Speedmasters and things like that. But the design wise, I think it is quite iconic personally. But
Longines, Lindbergh, Hauer, Angle.
I'd never seen this watch until I pulled
Me
up this
neither.
article.
It's pretty cool. I mean, I wouldn't buy it.
It's fucking ugly as far as I'm concerned. But I mean, I'm sure many
Well,
people like it. But I mean, it reminds me of the Navitimer. It's too bloody busy. There's too much going on with it.
yeah, it's ugly, but I mean, it's cool. There's something cool about it.
Yeah. As I said, I've never even heard of it. I know nothing about that watch. Nothing about it.
Yeah.
About its history or anything like that. It's obviously been around for some time, or they made it for a period of time. I don't know.
Seiko Astron.
Seiko, yeah. I'd never come across this particular one before, but it's a bit of
it's the first quartz watch.
Oh, okay. The first one, the first one that Seiko did, or the first ever.
The first ever.
Ah, okay. Well, that explains it then. That's why it's on the list.
Yeah. So this watch created the quartz crisis. It
Yeah.
grabbed the Swiss industry by the balls.
Yeah. That alone, I think, deserves its place on the list. Then, even though it is a fucking pig ugly watch. I mean, it's like one of the. If you had to put your top 10 ugliest girlfriends you've been out with, that's one of them. In my opinion. But,
Raphael Butterbread says first analog quartz watch. Okay, thank you for the correction.
Yeah.
IWC Pilot's watch. I like this one. I like these models. Very very correct, very
legible.
Yeah. For the pilot,
Absolutely. Yeah. I can't see many pilots nowadays wearing them, but with technologies as they are, but they are iconic, I suppose.
Yeah. Universal Genève Paul Reuter. I didn't know this watch. That's interesting.
No.
Let's say what he's saying. It's anti-magnetic. I guess that's one of its shticks.
Okay.
Okay, it's nice. I mean, it looks like an old, not so beautiful watch, but okay. Young Hans Max Bill.
This looks like a bloody Nomos, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's German, I believe. Yeah. It looks like a Nomos. Yeah, it looks like a German watch,
Very Germanic, yeah, very sort of functional. Yeah.
Okay, Panerai aluminum.
Panerai. Yeah, again, I don't know a huge amount about Panerai, but but again, it's one of those the case. I think the case shape with the way they do it on the side, it's an iconic piece. You know what it is straight away, without looking at the dial, without looking at the strap, just purely on the case shape. If you were given the case, you would know as a watch person what that brand is. So I think that says a lot about it. I know they've got a lot of shit recently about their movements and all the rest of it, but it is an iconic design, I suppose.
Then we got the Casio G-Shock.
Yeah,
of course, yes. This one is a classic. I mean,
yeah, I'm not a big fan of G-Shocks. I don't really understand why they are necessary. I've got that bloody 1970s Casio, the metal one, on the metal bracelet, that's thin, really, really thin. And I've smashed that against door handles, walls, all sorts of things a million times, and it still bloody works. So again, it might be clever marketing, I don't know. And the G-Shocks they're so fucking big. I mean, some of them are like 50 mil.
Yeah, I mean, you said why they're necessary. They're necessary. I mean, in Israel, in the Israeli army, most of the soldiers wear this G-Shock.
Okay, yeah, but my argument, I suppose my argument would be, you don't need it that bloody big to have the same sort of resistance.
Well, you can do anything to it. Nothing will happen,
Of course, yeah. But you can pretty much smash the hell out of most Casios, and they'll still carry on working. They are pretty solidly built, especially for the price as well.
Yeah, for sure. Cartier tank.
Cartier tank, very, very popular in places like northern Italy as well. There's some big Italian collectors that collect them. I love the tank. I love the design. It's very, very simple. You've got lots of different dial configurations with the tank as well. I mean, if you're not into any dress watches, then it's not going to appeal, full stop. But if a dress watch is something you want or you would consider as part of a collection, I don't think you can go wrong with the tank. I actually prefer the tank to the Santos personally.
Me too.
Yeah. But I think the Santos predates the tank by maybe 6 years, 7 years or something like that. They're both very, very old anyway, but
yeah,
very, very historical brand. You got the heritage, you got the livery with it as well.
We have the Nautilus, of course.
Nautilus, hype monster.
Yeah, but it's the iconic Gerald Genta design.
It is, yeah. I mean, you got the Nautilus and the Royal Oak, and so I don't think I don't think you could have a top 20 with one or the other. I think you'd have to have both in there, wouldn't you? Which it does.
Yeah. Seamaster Diver 300. Yeah, I agree.
That's one of your favorites, isn't it? I mean, you're a big fan of the Seamasters.
Yeah, currently I have the Pre-Bond, the older Seamaster, but I like the...
Is that a non-wave dial then, that one?
Or this one in the picture?
No, sorry, the one you've got.
No, the one I've got is non-wave dial. It's before they had the wave dial. It's from the 90s, the early 90s.
Do you prefer that configuration than the modern one, or?
Yes, I do. I like a clean dial. I don't like...
I don't like too much going on with it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit childish.
I understand that. Yeah. As I said, I mean, there's only one AD near where I am, and they've got that white one. I think you mentioned it earlier before I came on the stream. The white one on the rubber strap. With the black bezel. It actually stands out really well, and I think as a pool watch, if you were by the pool or at the beach, it's nice. But I mean, I think it's £5,800, including taxes here. which is a lot of money for a fucking watch just to mess around by the pool with, in my opinion, unless you've got substantial money to play with. But it is a nice looking watch.
Yeah, I agree. And last but not least is the Rolex Paul Newman. Well, yeah, it's
I think you could probably class the Daytona in general as one of those, alongside the Sub and all the rest of the list. So, I mean, I can't think. I don't know if there's anyone else watching that can think of another make or model that should be on the list. Or I think it's pretty comprehensive.
Yeah, if anyone has ideas what is missing on the list, let us know.
I think the thing is as well. I mean, if in your lifetime, if you own one or two of these icons, I think you're doing well for yourself.
What?
If you own one or two if you get to own one or two of these icons in your lifetime, you're doing well for yourself.
That's I agree. Totally. And I mean, a few of these watches are not that hard to achieve. You know, they are.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, some of them are obviously ridiculous prices and out of reach of most people, but 300 referred to the Roadster. I love that Roadster, the Cartier Roadster, stainless steel, black dial. Doesn't even have to be a chronograph. I think you can get that for probably 3,000 to 5,000 now. It's a great looking watch.
That's the Cartier Roadster?
Yeah. I personally prefer it without the chronograph, just a plain.
Okay.
That's only my preference anyway. I mean, a lot of them have a chronograph function on them. Stainless steel, black dial. And they're cheap. They're quite cheap, really, for what they are.
Interesting. I'm trying to find the non-chronograph version.
Yeah, most of them have the chronographs on. I think they've got some on Chrono 24, but it's a nice shape. I like the shape. It's very, very slick.
Did the list include the VC overseas? No, Raphael, it didn't include
No. But I think the VC really only came into the overseas. Really became only. It's probably more. It would probably go on a list in 20 years' time, wouldn't it? As a it wasn't really iconic before before the third generation came out, because no one really gave a shit about version 1 or 2 or version 1 or 2 of them, really.
Yeah.
And then they just exploded.
Archie explodes.
Seen that a few times.
Yeah, did you see him? Oh man,
he's funny though, isn't he?
Yeah. So are you going on the streams tonight, or are you going to bed?
I'll go on the stream till about midnight. I'll go to sleep for about 2 hours. Stick my nose in again.
You're catching the team pre-show.
I'll catch the pre-show, yeah. I'm trying to get back into a routine with this, because it got so bad, you know, and I mean, it got to the point where I was only sleeping like 3-4 times a week. I was going days sometimes without sleep, which is no good.
Did you see this one?
300 mentioned obviously the Roadster. I really like the Roadster, to be fair. I think for what you can pick them up for.
We were gonna have people send you numerous.
Yeah. Did you see this Archie explodes?
Oh yeah, that's from ages ago though, isn't it?
Let's see it.
Refrigerators.
Watch
Yeah,
Have to take down the Paul Thorpe unapology as well.
right. Look at all the tomatoes in the
Take it down.
chat. Look at the
Just take it
super
down
chat.
right now.
The
Hey,
super
who are
chats
you?
are
Who
terrible.
are you? I didn't like the tone of his voice. Who the hell is that guy?
He's telling the truth. You got to add him back to the stream. What is this? He's the crew.
No, but hey, let's not fucking people who made who famous. Okay? You want to go? Get out of here now.
We're giving you the.
You wanna go?
Stop.
Get out of here. I'm the one who did it for you. Get out of the house. I got enough.
Stop, Arch. Why are you flipping out?
You're not happy? Fuck off. You know what? I had enough.
Come back. They're just trying to help you. Come back.
I can't take him seriously with them bloody orange headset on.
They're just trying to help you, Arch. They're just trying to help you. Don't flip out.
Attitude. I don't need that attitude from you.
This, have you ever seen have you ever heard of the Teletubbies?
Many
The
videos.
children's program.
What?
Have you ever come across the? I think it's a British kids program called the Teletubbies. They have these.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
Yeah. It looks with those orange headset on. It looks like a bloody Teletubby.
Yeah.
The blondie one was quite funny. I don't think.
The blondie one.
Yeah. I don't think she's ever fully recovered from that bee sting that he gave her.
I got to tell you, this is what I would do, man. Forget the Aquanaut. I don't think the Aquanaut's that great.
Maybe not big.
Let me show you. I'm going to bring it up on the screen now. Just 1 minute. Just be patient. I'm going to bring up what I would buy for you if you were my girlfriend, right?
Maybe not big.
This is. I'm changing it. Just hang on.
There we go.
Here we go. There we go.
No.
What do you think of that? Seamaster Aquaterra. Mother of pearl dial diamonds. Beautiful.
I like the better.
That's fucking gorgeous. What's wrong with that?
I
What?
want the. Which one do I want?
No, what's wrong with that?
To be fair, that mega there, it's a bit
Who
of
wants
a
the
woman's
black?
watch, isn't it?
I like that.
Yeah.
No, but
Who wants the
what's
black
wrong with this
ceramic?
watch? Can I ask you what is wrong with this watch?
It's shite. I want the Patek one. The ladies.
No, but seriously, what is wrong with this watch? Seriously, I'm asking you. This has got diamonds.
Here, listen.
How about
I can
this?
get you any Patek you want. You
How
just tell
about
me
this?
which one you
What do you
want.
think of this one here?
Just the
It's
plain.
rose gold
nothing
with diamond. What's wrong with that?
Which one do you want? You just tell me.
else.
Now, Tim,
I want the Patek.
you gotta have my screen up. Look,
Do you
I
want
tell
the
you, this is
perpetual
what I would get
calendar?
you. This is what I would get you, okay?
I need a moon phase.
No,
Why
this
do you
is-
need a moon phase? Can I ask you that? I don't understand any of this stuff. How about this? The ladies. Look at these ladies.
No.
Beautiful.
Hey,
Look at that.
she wants the Patek 4947R.
I don't want it. I don't want it. It looks like
You
my
know
mom's
what?
watch. Like
You know
that
what?
my mom would wear if she were alive. No,
You know what might be the answer for you?
I don't like it.
Get a
You want my
fucking job.
Why don't you get a fucking job? Stop telling me.
Fucking classic.
To be
Classic.
honest, if a woman said to me that I want this, I want that, you know what? Get fucked. You know what? I'm telling you honestly, you're a fucking parasite. I'll be honest with you. I'm fucking sick of you. You're a fucking money hungry fucking grub. You know what? Fuck off. I don't even like you anymore. I don't even like you anymore. You want a paddock? You and a paddock. You know what? You fucking paddock. Fuck you and your paddock. Fuck you, dude. Where'd you go with your fucking ass? Get a fucking job. Fuck me dead. Fuck me
Fucking
dead.
classic, this area.
Job. You fucking.
You fucking money hungry grub.
Fuck me dead. And Tim, you fucking move the camera once more. I'm gonna fucking burn you. Stupid cunt. I'm fucking. You don't you press the fucking thing. You're out. Seriously, you have got fucking too much fucking. Oh, you know what? You don't fucking deserve it. Your fucking soul is horrible. Okay? No one. I'm fucking telling you the truth. You yourself. I don't know what the fuck your problem is. You are what's wrong with American women today in society.
Is he yelling at me still?
Yelling at Toronto.
I'm just gonna be
Raw
honest with
Malcolm,
you. and your
$2.
travels
Archie
is
explodes. Seriously, what the fuck is wrong with you? If you get an Amiga, what's wrong with an Amiga? It's not good enough for you? Well, what the fuck have you ever done in your life? What have you ever done in your life? What the fuck have you ever done in your life?
I'm not allowed to have an opinion. It looks to be like things that my mother wore, and we didn't have the best relationship. You want to get into that? Like,
Yeah, I wonder why. Maybe she wanted you to fucking study. Make something of your life.
okay, thank you.
Is this the watch you want?
There you go. Get off the fucking stream. You're out of here too. Fucking greedy, nasty fucking person. You know what? Don't fucking buy her anything. I wouldn't fucking buy her nothing. You're an idiot.
I 100% agree.
Seriously, what the fuck does she want? What the fuck does she want?
Everything.
She's between you and me. She's the wrong side of 40. Do you understand that?
Jesus Christ.
You're actually quite handsome.
The classic line in that is "Your soul is horrible." I've
Yeah.
I've had to bank that one in my bank, because the next time I come across a girl that gives me shit, I'm just gonna tell her. I'm gonna use that line on her 100%. Your soul is fucking horrible.
Just to be clear, Blondie, if you're watching this, I love Blondie. She's a good.
Yeah, I don't think Blondie likes me very much, but anyway, I won't go into that.
Oh, okay. I've got two more Archie Explodes on my channel. Where is it? Archie Explodes. Archie Explodes. Where is it? Yeah. So we have one where he plays the clarinet. Did you see that one?
I don't know, to be honest, and possibly. I've not seen all of his videos, to be fair.
Yeah.
Oh, you're on it as well.
Yeah.
You gotta play some Gershwin. Open the.
Were you smoking weed then as well? What the fucking hell's this? With Green Room's face as well.
that has to go down in Archie Luxury history. Have you ever played the?
Yeah.
Fucking Eldis. If you weren't so high, you wouldn't have enjoyed it that much.
Yeah. And what do we have another one? Where is it? This one.
Come back. He's what?
Money. There's money.
No, but I've got to set the rules. He wants to come back. He's welcome back. You're welcome back. You got to agree by my terms. What you did is a fucking disgrace. You are a fucking piece of shit.
Who's that in the bottom? Who's that in the bottom left-hand corner? This is it. Rubens Barrichello.
You booted, man. You wanted to boot me, man. That's not
What?
good.
That's producer Mark.
Oh, is it? I thought it was a Formula One driver, Barrichello.
No,
I brought you back there, Bobby.
Hey, Rolex has sent me a text.
I don't know if you brought it.
It's market forces.
Hey, what am I supposed to do? I'm in a rating swamp. My YouTube channel's garbage. I'm stuck with dogs. What am I supposed to fucking do? What do I fucking do?
I'm sorry to say. Market forces. The market forces are dictating.
What am I supposed to do? I'm
You gotta
sinking
catch up on
faster
these
than the
super chats.
Titanic.
I want to look at all these super chats. What do you read you're sinking? What's going on right now?
Here we go. Finji, $1, £1.79. The boys are back in town. tone back.
Yeah, bring Tim back, Arch, and put it down to 4. Put it down
I
to
tell
4.
you this now.
let's get him on.
Bears just told me too many people in the crew. I'm going to have to dump a few. Who do I dump? Dump. I'm going to dump a few. Okay.
One more person.
Sorry.
One more person.
Here we go.
gotta hit the head.
Instagram. The real Cars and Chrono, $10 over under on how long Bobby stays.
Hope you're doing well, my man.
And Omar, $5. Everyone being mean to this. He and I will start a rebel stream called Watches. The only thing that can unite is an arrow. I'm very sorry, man. What to do?
Arch, he's just there smoking the whole time. Like, what's he actually?
Bear tells me what to do. So annoyed. $10. Bobby Google's commitment
This is pretty funny.
Dupitius reminds me of a young Michael J. Fox in The Secret of My Success, 1985.
Duplicitous? What is this
I think this is,
duplicity? I have not duplicitous. Not for this.
Yeah.
Have you noticed he's still got that same fucking horrible cardigan as well? He keeps wearing. Honestly, it gives me anxiety when I see that cardigan.
Yeah, he said that he has it since the 90s or something like that.
It's fucking hell. It's hideous. I mean, I love the man, but fucking hell, he needs to put that in a fucking vase and burn it, never to be seen again.
Yeah. He needs to buy a new one, man.
He won't buy a new one. It's too tight.
he bought that new Breguet.
Yeah. Well, what do you think of that Breguet?
Well, I like it. I mean, I wouldn't buy it, but I do like it. You know.
I don't think I would buy one, but not that I've got the money to buy one. But yeah, it's okay. I suppose it's an iconic brand historically, but not my cup of tea.
Yeah, it's iconic, but I don't know. I mean, it doesn't have a bracelet, which is kind of a bummer. You know, I like bracelets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see a few other people buying it though in the community as a knock-on effect of Arch buying one.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, Archie, you know, if he keeps it, you know, if he spruiks it, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, he bought it and then he wore another watch the next day. So maybe a little bit of buyer's remorse.
Yeah. I don't know how difficult those things are to bloody sell though. I can't imagine a dealer's going to give you decent money for it.
Yeah.
I know he didn't pay a huge amount anyway, did he? Was it about 6,000 Australian dollars or something?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
But a dealer will probably only offer him 2.5 to buy it back.
Yeah, you lose lots of money over it, so
Yeah.
I hope he keeps it.
I mean, look. I mean, if he likes it, if he really genuinely likes it, then it doesn't really matter, does it? You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So.
Yes,
you need to put your super chats on, mate, for next time.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I mean, it's
Get it sorted. I'm sure. There's some good people in this community, and you know, out of everyone who's got a channel. I mean, you don't do live streams a lot anyway, so in some respects, less is more. But I think there's a lot of people that would like to support you as well. I know you've had a tough time and as well.
Yeah, thanks, man.
And, listen, even if you get 100 quid in or something like $100 or whatever, it all helps, doesn't it? Yeah. You're not asking people to send you $1,000 or anything like that, you know, to fucking fly around the world. Do you know what I mean? It's
yeah, of course. Yeah.
You're a genuine guy, and we've all got to live at the end of the day.
Yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, I'll try to sort it out. You know, I did yeah.
Yeah, get it sorted. I'll send you my new number as well. I just haven't had time. I've been lazy.
Okay.
So I'll send you my new WhatsApp, and next time you do a stream and that, let us know, and I'll jump on.
Yeah, sure, man. Maybe
If
we
you, if,
can
you
do
want,
that.
if you want me on, I was sort of being a bit presumptuous then. But no, I'm happy to jump on, mate.
Yeah, of course. It's great to have you. I mean, it's. I didn't expect you to come on, so thanks for helping me.
Yeah, it's the first time I've ever been on a stream.
Oh, really? You popped your cherry.
Pop my cherry. Yeah.
It's an honor to do it here on my stream.
There we go.
You're a good panelist. You should join more streams.
Yeah. I've said this to a few other people as well. It's difficult sometimes because I don't have a collection. I can have an opinion. I don't have a collection, a proper collection, if that makes sense. So subconsciously in my mind, I don't feel worthy enough to go on a stream. Not that I give a shit, really, but does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, I understand you, but I think your opinion counts for a lot. I mean, it's you don't have to have watches to enjoy the hobby.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah. Well, maybe it's a slightly different perspective as well. I mean, I haven't really started my journey as such through the luxury watches, if you want to call them that. But I find it interesting because I can have a period where I'm quite decisive in terms of what I think I want, and then all of a sudden I see this another watch that's totally different, and I'm like, shit. It's just thrown another spanner in the works. So what do I go for first? Do I get that, or do I get that, or do I get that? And even if you're only spending a few thousand pounds is a lot of money in or euros, shekels, dollars, whatever. It's still a significant sum of money, and you want to make the right. You want to try to make the right decisions. You don't want to just be a sheep and follow the herd sort of thing. You want to buy something that you like.
I agree. Yeah.
So.
I mean, 300. Keep on the streams, pal. Just don't overload yourself. Thank you, 300. It's great to see you, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I will. To be frank, I have a lot of free time nowadays, so I do get on many streams, and I mean, it's good to feel part of the community, because.
Oh, just to answer Fats, he said, "Paul, did you understand me?" Yes. If he's on about the conversation I had with him, yeah.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
But remember, Fats, my ears are tuned into Scottish people as well.
Oh, Fats is Scottish.
Yes.
Fats is Scottish.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, if we want to do a stream like even once a week or something like that, this just to sort of, it gives you purpose as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, I might do that. I gotta arrange this fucking super chat thing, but yeah.
Sort the super chat stuff out.
Yeah.
So at least you can get something in as well, which would be good.
Yeah.
And you're not looking to become a millionaire out of it. That's the thing. I think people, and everyone understands that as well. So.
Yeah, I mean, not like Marcelo,
He's fucking wasting his time, that man. I mean.
Yeah. He thinks that he'll become a millionaire. So.
Yeah. But maybe the penny will drop with him on one day, but he's going about it the wrong way. You have to have a personality to do these sort of things. You have to have something about you. Arch has got personality. He can be abrasive. There's times where even I want to fucking smack him in the face and that, but he's an entertainer, and you cannot deny that. Tim's a nice guy. He appeals to a very broad range of people, and he is entertaining as well. So, but not everyone's got that entertainment, that little something about them. You have to have something about your personality to do it. Marcelo's too, aside from everything that's gone on, he hasn't got the personality to do it. And that's not,
Um,
you know,
I
it is
mean,
what it is.
I mean, he's a very positive person. He's always laughing and smiling. But yeah, I mean, I told him, listen, Marcelo, I consider him a friend. Okay, we're both Israelis, but I appreciate him because I think he's a good guy. He did lots of mistakes. He made a lot of people angry, but he's good in his core, I think. But he doesn't want to listen.
Well, you know, unfortunately in life, if you don't listen to people, you never learn, and you will keep making the same bloody mistakes. It's just how it is. So,
Yeah.
but he's never going to be able to get it off the ground. He fucked himself up by being disloyal and betraying, because in a lot of people's eyes, including mine, you know, you get one chance with me. If you fuck me over, I get rid of you straight away out of my life. And that's the attitude most people have. There's not many people that forgive and forget very easily. And, you know, probably, I don't know what percentage it would be, probably 50, 60, 70% of the entire fucking watch community has that sort of mentality. I mean, you've got people like yourself that are quite forgiving. You've got people like Tim that are quite forgiving. People like me, and I know Fats and a few other people are not as forgiving. And that's just the way we were brought up. Maybe, I don't know. You know, I had it drilled into me from a very, very young age. If someone fucks with you, you deal with it and you get them out there, get them out of your life. That's it. It doesn't matter whether it's a man or woman or whatever, you know, or whatever situation.
Yeah, just
so
I think everybody deserves a second chance, you know.
But you're a much nicer person than I am, because I don't believe that I necessarily myself. It depends what crime you've committed, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, there's things that we can accept, maybe. Okay, you let things slide and you forget about it. But if you're betraying someone for your own benefit, someone that you pretended to be friends with, for instance. I mean, look, I couldn't give a fuck about Marcelo. He's done nothing to me, so he means nothing to me in that sense. I can have an opinion on him about what he's done, but he means nothing to me. He is like a bottle top or a piece of plastic to me. It means nothing.
Yeah.
But he has done things to other people within the community, I guess, in terms of betrayal in that. And so I understand why they have a grudge with him.
You know, Tim is starting his stream soon, so I will end this in like 10 minutes. But
yeah.
Do you know Higgins?
I don't know him. I know the story. Well, some of the story.
What's the story? I mean, I've been gone for like 2 months, and when I returned, everybody hates Higgins. You know.
My honest thing is I don't. Well, firstly, I'll say I don't know the details. Okay. But reading between the lines, I think what may have happened, and I stand to be corrected from those that know more than me, is he tried to hoodwink certain people, without wishing to mention names, into buying watches for him. That's the very, very simplistic version of what may or may not have happened. I don't know. So, but I'm not privy to all the shit that goes in the background. I'm not part of any WhatsApp groups. I speak to people one-on-one with WhatsApp. I speak to you one-on-one. I speak to Tim one-on-one. I speak to one or two other people one-on-one, and that is it. I'm not part of any group, so I don't know shit that goes on in the background, to be honest.
Okay. I mean, I've seen him on streams, and he's very polite, very kind. He has lots of knowledge about watches, and
he has. I think he has knowledge of watches because he worked in the industry for many, many years.
Oh, okay.
I think he worked. He was either a dealer or he worked for an AD for 20, 30, 40 years. So he knows the industry inside out.
Mm-hmm.
But there is a suggestion that he was looking to manipulate amateur people or people that weren't as familiar for his own benefit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it's as simplistic as, oh, he's a German and we don't like the Germans, or do you know what I mean? It's there's a bit more to it than that.
I like the Germans. I like the Germans.
I like German women. They're quite nice.
Yeah.
German food is pretty terrible.
Oh, you don't like sausages and stuff?
Yeah, but their cuisine leaves a lot to be desired. It's very basic. The Germans, they don't eat. They eat bloody ham and cheese sandwiches. That's all they eat. And bratwurst. That's it.
Yeah.
But they do nice beer as well.
Yeah, they do.
Mm.
Yeah, I think we're out of petrol. You have anything else you want to talk about?
No, mate. I think we pretty much covered it, haven't we? Had a nice little chat today. It was good catching up with you. I was gonna, to be honest, I was gonna give you a ring anyway on WhatsApp, but I only noticed I was on YouTube. I was like, fucking hell, this is doing a stream, and then you mentioned that he tried to get hold of me, and I was like, shit, I was gonna change my number yesterday. That's why.
This we want Paul on dungeon. Do you know the horology dungeon, Paul?
Yeah, I know of it. Yeah.
Why don't you get on it?
There's no reason not to, I suppose, but depends who's on.
You should get on it. I think about asking the keys for it from Archie, or I don't know who controls it. Archie, I think.
Yeah, I mean, listen, mate. If you're doing a stream or whatever, and I'll always help you out, and if I'm available in that, and whether it's on yours or someone else's.
Yeah.
I'd personally rather do it on yours, because once you get your bloody super chat sorted, I'd rather see you. I'd rather see you make money.
Yeah.
Arch has got money. I know he says he never has any money, but you need money more than he does at the minute, and I'd rather help you out.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks, I appreciate it.
Yeah, Arch has got 1,000,001 supporters that can jump on his stream, and backers and all the rest of it. But Fats is saying, yeah, jump on Tim's stream. I will do at some point. I may not do tonight, Fats, because I've got a girl that I need to call after this stream. But I will definitely jump on soon.
Yeah. Okay then. So, Paul, thank you so much for joining.
No, pleasure, mate. Pleasure. And let us know anyway. I'll drop you a WhatsApp so you got my number, and then let me know like in the morning if you want to do a stream next week, whenever, or later on in this week.
Okay.
We'll set something out. But get your bloody super chat sorted, Dish. You need some frigging money. I don't want you to have to bloody sell your entire collection just to live. That's not a nice.
I mean, the thing with the super chats is that they worked. Okay, I had a few streams and I got super chats and something about my address verification. I don't know, stupid shit, man.
Sort whatever nonsense YouTube. I don't know how these things bloody work. Sort YouTube out. Your end. Do whatever admin you need to do. Get it sorted, and then we'll do a stream and hopefully get you a few pennies in anyway, or a few shekels, I should say.
Okay, man. So again, thank you. And you have my number, right?
Yeah. I've got your number. Yeah, I've wrote it down, so I'll drop you a text in a minute.
Okay, man.
Yeah. All right, buddy. I'll leave you be. I'll catch you in a bit.
Okay. See you, man.
See you later, guys, in the watching as well. Cheers. See you in a bit. Bye.
Bye. Okay, guys. Thanks, Paul, for joining me. So thank you, everybody, for being a part of the stream. And thank you everybody who wanted to super chat but couldn't because YouTube is, I don't know, it's giving me problems for some odd reason. But I appreciate the thought. So thank you, Fatwin Deckban, my good friend, Saad, my friend, Treehander, my friend, BC, everyone. You're all good pals, and I'm really happy that you're in this community, and you know you support me, and I mean I support you. You know, it's mutual. You catch my drift. So yeah, I'm gonna close now, and I'm gonna probably get a team stream. I will be a panelist on team stream. So I maybe see you there, maybe not. And that's it, guys. I'll try to stream more often. Or maybe next week, maybe tomorrow. I don't know, but you're always welcome. You're also welcome to join and join the stream and talk to me. And anyway, that's all, folks. That's all, folks. Hey, Hans Niesentos, good guy. You came right at the end of the stream, so hopefully I'll catch you next time. Anyway, that's me. Peace out, guys. Be good to each other.